On April 26, 1986, the world witnessed the worst nuclear disaster in human history, the Chernobyl nuclear accident. Catastrophe born from ambition, secrecy, and fatal errors, whose echoes are still felt decades later. This is the story of Chernobyl, its rise, its fall, and its haunting legacy. In the 1970s, deep in the Soviet Union, near the border of Belarus and Ukraine, the town of Pripyat was built to serve one purpose: to house workers of the newly constructed Chernobyl nuclear power plant. The Chernobyl plant was part of the Soviet Union's grand vision to harness atomic energy for electricity. Construction began in 1972, with the first reactor operational by 1977. It used RBMK reactors, a Soviet design known for its massive power output, but also for inherent design flaws. Pripyat was a model city, young, vibrant, and modern. Nearly 50,000 people lived there, mostly plant workers and their families. The RBMK 1000 reactor used in Chernobyl functioned by nuclear fission, splitting atoms to release energy. Water was used to cool the reactor, and graphite moderated the reaction. It was a powerful design, but had serious safety flaws. Positive void coefficient made it unstable at low power. Control rods had graphite tips, which initially increased reactivity. These flaws were known, but buried in secrecy, and one day they would prove fatal. On the night of April 25th, 1986, Reactor 4 was scheduled for a safety test. The goal: to see if the turbine could power emergency systems during a power loss. Operators disabled safety systems. Reactor was pushed into an unstable state. At 1:23 a.m. on April 26, 1986, a massive explosion tore through Reactor 4. The explosion released radioactive materials into the air: iodine-131, cesium-137, strontium-90, with a force equal to 400 Hiroshima bombs. First responders, unaware of the danger, rushed in. Many suffered fatal doses of radiation within minutes. Firefighters and plant workers exposed to lethal radiation. Soviet government initially kept quiet. Sweden detected irradiation 2 days later. Pripyat was not evacuated until 36 hours later, a delay that exposed thousands to dangerous radiation. The Soviet government tried to contain the truth, but the scale of the disaster made it impossible. Western Europe and Scandinavia detected radiation. Gorbachev eventually addressed the crisis. 600,000 liquidators were deployed to clean up. Many suffered health consequences. The long-term consequences were devastating. Increase in thyroid cancer among children. Contaminated land spans 30-kilometer exclusion zone. Psychological impact on millions displaced. Despite cleanup efforts, the legacy of Chernobyl remains radioactive. Today, Chernobyl is a ghost city. Nature has reclaimed the land. New sarcophagus built in 2016 over Reactor 4. Tourism has increased, with guided visits to the site. Wildlife is thriving in the exclusion zone. Chernobyl has become a paradox, a symbol of human error and nature's resilience. The Chernobyl disaster is a chilling reminder of what happens when power, secrecy, and error collide. Its story lives on, in history, in science, and in the silence of an abandoned city.